You know, friends, when you get a little bit older, your eyeballs start going. I'm very thankful that I can see, and that's one way that I communicate stories to you is by reading them. So I'm having just a hard time reading some of these books. So this is take two. But anyway, it's another Joseph Bruchac story that he's retold. It's a Cherokee legend, like last night's, and this one is about the Milky Way. And it's a galaxy, and we're part of the Milky Way galaxy, but it's also refers to a band of stars in the sky that you can see at night. And this is how the Milky Way, there's the artist's representation of it right there. This book is by Joseph Bruchac and Gayle. The paintings in the book are by Virginia A. Stroud. And this is the story of how the Milky Way, which you can see at night, came to be. These are beautiful paintings too. This is what the old people told me when I was a child. Long ago, there were not many stars in the sky. And in those days, people depended on corn for their food. They would grind up the corn and keep it in bins behind their homes. Bread made from cornmeal often kept them from starving during long winter months. One morning, an old man and an old woman went to their storage bins for some cornmeal. What they found there upset them very much. The lid was off the bin, leveled down by a handspan, and there was cornmeal scattered all over the ground. Surely no one in the village would steal from the elders. Who could the thief be? Now the couple had a young grandson who loved them very much. When he heard about the stolen cornmeal, he decided that he would try to catch the thief. That evening, when Grandmother Sun had gone to her rest and Elder Brother Moon was not yet in the sky, the boy went to his grandparents' home. He hid next to the bin of cornmeal and he waited to see who was taking that cornmeal. Well, late that night, the boy saw an eerie light coming across the fields. When it was closer, he saw that it was in the shape of a great dog. The dog nosed the lid off the bin and began to eat. When it had eaten its fill of cornmeal, the dog turned and ran through the woods into the night. The boy lay in his hiding place, not quite believing what his eyes had seen. I don't know if I believe that either. But in the morning, then the cornmeal scattered all around the bin, he saw the tracks of a giant dog. When the boy told the people what he'd seen, no one knew what to do. So they decided to go to the beloved woman, a leader among the people. She was old and wise and understood many things. When the beloved woman looked at the tracks, she said, "These are the tracks of a creature like no dog on this earth. It is a spirit dog and may have great power. We must be very careful." The beloved woman instructed the people to gather all their drums and turtle shell rattles. "We will hide near the cornmeal bin and wait," she said. "When the giant dog comes, we will make a great noise, and that will frighten it so badly it will never return." The people hurried to get their drums and their rattles. Then they hid near the old couple's cornmeal bin. It grew dark, and the few stars sparkled in the sky. Soon they saw the shining form of the great spirit dog coming across the fields. See it coming across the field. There. It was so big that many of the people were frightened, and they wanted to run, but the wise old woman whispered, "Do not be afraid. Only wait for my signal." The great dog came to the bin and began to eat, filling its big mouth with the white cornmeal. "Now!" the beloved woman shouted. And all the people rose up, beating their drums and shaking their rattles. Thump, 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 sss, 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 sss. The noise was so loud as loud as thunder when he speaks. And the great dog leapt in fear and began to run, but the people chased it, still beating their drums and shaking their rattles. On and on the great dog ran, white cornmeal spilling from its mouth. It ran till it came to the top of a hill, and then it leapt up into the sky. See it going up in the sky? It ran across the sky until the people could see it no longer, but the cornmeal that had spilled from its mouth remained. It remained behind a great band of light across the night sky. Each grain of cornmeal that fell became a star. Just as the beloved woman had said, the great dog never returned to bother the people, but where it ran across the sky was left that pattern of stars the Cherokee call Gayle ut sun stan yet. Ye. Gayle ut sun stan ye. The place where the dog ran. And that is how the Milky Way came to be. And when you look up in the night sky and someone shows you the Milky Way, you can say, I know how you got up there, according to this Cherokee legend. My friends, thank you for listening to that. Makes me want to have a Milky Way bar. I love serving at the Shale North Hills Library as one of your librarians. My name is Miss Singh. Did I say that? Would you kiss your beautiful brain? Would you kiss your loving heart? Would you look in the mirror and say, hey, good looking? Because you're all good looking, just the way you are.